Come for the affordable, boring business class monitors. Stay for the hidden features that actually I wish other monitors had. This is the MSI Pro MP251 E2 business and productivity monitor, but it's got some features that are not exactly secret that I like. Let's take a closer look. So the thing I've got here at the office is the Level 1 Tech's crash cart. It's a rolly cart that I can roll around and capture video from, and I can do VGA input, and there's a laptop Thunderbolt docking station, a lot of cool stuff. I need a lightweight modern monitor for it though. The ancient Dell monitor from the dawn of time is really not cutting the mustard anymore. And this is a business class monitor that supports 120 hertz. It's IPS with a wide viewing angle, and IPS purchases are not the most premium purchases anymore. That's OLED. This is a business class IPS monitor, and it's so lightweight. It has DisplayPort HDMI and VGA input on the back. I still do server testing. Servers have VGA. And it conveniently self-unpacks its accessories. The accessories include a power brick. This is 12 volts DC, 2.5 amps, 30 watts. MSI stand is a two-piece stand. And it just clicks together. It does have a thumb release in case you ever need to disassemble it. Standard computer power cord. This has been the same computer power cord since 1980. Well, technically even before then. You get a quick start guide and a bundled HDMI cable. This is the only cable that you get. I'm going to be using it with a mini PC, so I'm going to save this. Now this has 4 standard VESA mount holes at the back, so you can use a standard VESA stand with this display, or use that for mounting a mini PC and turning this all into an all-in-one, foreshadowing. But the stand itself is push-button release, and it's pretty sturdy. Now, this is not the first time we've done random monitor pickup, because we need random monitor usage here around the office, or I just needed to test something or do something. And I'm hoping that this display sort of lives up to my expectations, because it's a little different model than I was used to, but something on the spec sheet caught my eye. Got a standard issue mini PC we'll use for testing. There's the magic feature, HDMI CEC. So if you have a mini PC that has HDMI CEC, this is much easier to use because it'll automatically turn on the display. If you do go the route of using a mini PC with a display, I've sort of noticed in our user community that there have been some tech support requests for, hey, my computer's not coming on. And it is because they didn't turn on both the mini PC and the monitor. The design of this monitor tries to make it impossible for you to not be able to turn on the monitor when the computer's on, which is fabulous. I love it when products get little tweaks because of things that happen in the field. Out of the box, you're going to want to check some settings on the on-screen display. First off is, out of the box, it comes in Eco mode. This is an ultra-low power mode for your display. And I think it's largely the state of California that's responsible for this, for having impossible to meet guidelines for power consumption, I guess. Turn that off because it makes the display quality a lot better. It also defaults to a 60 hertz refresh, even though it supports 120 hertz, but even for office and productivity uses, 120 hertz can reduce eye strain. Speaking of eye strain features, it also has a lot of fun options for display mode, including black and white. If you would like to reduce all the chroma and just take it all out and run your display in black and white mode, it supports that in hardware. It also supports HDR, but it's, this is a business class monitor, so it'll support HDR. It supports adaptive sync, so you can have variable refresh rate, and it also supports MPRT, so you can toggle that on. HDMI CEC, I think, is off by default out of the box, but you'll want to toggle that on, especially if you're using a mini PC feature, because that'll just cut down on help desk requests. And if you're building a computer for a parent or a grandparent or somebody that's not super computer literate, turning that on, their life is going to be way easier, because when you turn on the mini PC, as long as the mini PC has HDMI CEC support or an Xbox or whatever, then it'll do it. And this is a 1080p display, so again, it's for the crash cart. It's pretty basic stuff, so it's pretty good. Now for color calibration, we're using DisplayCal with a spider. Boom, there you go. There's a color profile on the forum along with the color results. Over 100% for the sRGB, 72, 73% for Adobe RGB. Still, not bad for a business productivity monitor, and the perfect thing that I need for VGA console with DisplayPort and HDMI input. And that it comes on fast. You know how annoying it is when you have a monitor that doesn't wake up quickly? This thing wakes up instantaneously. That alone's worth the price of admission. And that's pretty much all there is to this monitor. It's a 1080p monitor, but it has some cool features in the on-screen display and in hardware that I wish every display had. And plus it had VGA, so I can use that for testing servers. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end of it. Yay, tax write-off. I'm Wendell, this is Level 1. If you have any questions or you want to do anything with, I don't know if you pick up something or, let me know. I'm going to take a look at, MSI's got a NUC that I saw coming out from Computex called the QB NUC. And I want to try that NUC with this display because apparently they're supposed to go together really well. And so I reached out to MSI. They're going to send me the QB NUC. That's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to try it with this display. So we'll see. I'm Wendell, this is Level 1. If you have any questions or anything like that, hit me up at the forum. I'm signing out and I'll see you there. I don't know about you, but I find when boring business class monitors get new features that are almost certainly going to become the de facto standard in the next generation of boring business class monitors, that's what you call appealing, because new features become standard. I find that appealing. I'm here all week.